From Cabinet, Jules Vasquez will be on set to tell you why, and we'll tell you about the latest from Briseño's Mix and Match Cabinet Plus. A Belize City woman dies after she was set on fire by her common law. Also, he was accused of spiking a male nurse's drink to knock him out, but tonight Dr. Carlos Cozy is free of charges. You'll hear why. Plus, the children of EP Work Primary in Dangriga is getting ready for the 19th. We'll take you there. We've got details of these and other stories in our newscast for tonight, Monday, November 17th, 2025. Good evening. With your news, I'm Indira Craig.
This newscast is brought to you by Cellular World, your authorized Samsung distributor.
Every day, the demand on your business get higher. More productivity, better equipment, and reliable support to keep up with a fast-moving world. At Cellular World Business Solutions, we're ready to help you boost performance across every operation. Don't let outdated technology hold you back. With our certified and supported solutions, your business stays ahead. We supply office equipment, printers, inks, and toners, software licenses, IT system assembly as your Dell Platinum and Cisco partner, appliances, and custom orders tailored to your needs. From startups to large enterprises and renowned institutions, we serve every corner of the country because no industry can afford to fall behind on technology. Let's take your business to the next level. Contact us today at 610-2494. Cellular World Business Solutions, your reliable partner in business success.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Can you produce your driver's license, please?
Sure, no problem.
Okay, Mr. Vernon, it's valid.
Yep.
Mr. Vernon, did you know your insurance will be up tomorrow?
Oh, really?
Make sure you try to update your policy, please.
Thanks so much for the heads up. Babe, can you please renew my policy?
We know that you get caught up in life sometimes, which is why RF&G Insurance makes renewing your insurance policy easy with WhatsApp. Just WhatsApp the words "Get Started" to 670-8700. We will prompt you to select the service you are interested in, select the service, and answer a few simple questions. An RF&G representative will process your request and follow up with you when your transaction is completed. It's that easy. Use WhatsApp and skip the lines. Remember, it pays to get it right with RF&G Insurance, a Road Group company.
Quartz has 5 days of amazing deals November 15th to the 19th. Get up to 30% off credit with Quartz Ready Finance. Plus, pay until January 2026. A free payment pass and free delivery. Open this Sunday, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. and November 19th, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Get all these deals and more. Don't miss it. It's the 5 days of amazing deals November 15th to the 19th. Quartz, bringing value home.
Belize, it's a new day for the United Democratic Party. On Sunday, November 30th, join us at Birds Isle in Belize City for our national convention, a day of unity, renewal, and hope for our great UDP family. Come be part of history as we elect new executive leaders, discuss the future of our movement, and celebrate together with food, drinks, and great company.
Together we move forward, stronger, united, full of hope. See you at Birds Isle, Sunday, November 30th.
We continue to celebrate diversity and embrace our vibrant cultural heritage. Happy Garifuna Settlement Day from BEL. Gundala Hafedo Garina Guhamage Belize Electricity Limited.
At Atlantic Bank, we stand as more than just a financial institution. We are your partners in progress, dedicated to fostering your success by providing tailored solutions to micro, small, and medium enterprises. Your successes are our triumphs, and every success story deserves to be celebrated. We pledge to stand by you every step of the way. Today, we celebrate the values that define you with your unwavering dedication, steadfast commitment, boundless innovation, resolute work ethic, and unyielding ambition. We will navigate challenges, seize opportunities, and continue building the future together.
Wake up to positivity and inspiration. It's a fresh and diverse twist on your mornings. Tune in to Sun Up on 7 every weekday morning at 6:30 a.m. right here on your nation station, Channel 7. It's the morning show you don't want to miss.
Please, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Tonight, the Briceño administration's political fortunes are at their lowest ebb. That's after the enforced resignation of a senior cabinet member and close prime ministerial ally, Jose Mai. Mai tendered his resignation from cabinet today after he was pressured to do so by the prime minister. And that's after the prime minister himself came under pressure, reportedly from the U.S. Embassy in Belize, which had concerns about Mai's activities. Jules, we are joined on set tonight by our news director, Jules Vasquez. And Jules, it's a huge development tonight in Belmopan. Tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Yes, it is a huge development. We refer to activities and what kind of activities. Let us start at the beginning. On Friday morning, after an event here in the city, the Prime Minister raced to Belmopan where he had a debriefing with the U.S. Embassy. I believe it's a Chargé d'Affaires. The contents of these meetings are never publicized. But the Prime Minister emerged from that meeting. I am told he emerged quite infuriated, not with the Americans, with what had been revealed to him by persons close to him, about the activities of persons close to him, including Jose Mai. So, I do not know what is the extent of those activities. Every dog on the street knows what has been rumored about Mr. Mai. For legal reasons, until I have proof in my hand, we can't go into that. But there are alleged to be activities of a serious and nefarious nature, alleged to be. So serious that the Prime Minister quickly convened a meeting of his closest advisors, and at that meeting, he had to decide a way forward. And the way forward would have to be to eliminate Jose Mai from his cabinet. Now, I just want to insert here that these meetings, as I understand it, are held as a courtesy.
Okay.
We know XY. You need to do ABC in order to avoid total embarrassment. The Prime Minister has had these meetings before, not at this seriousness. So, instead of stripping Jose Mai and publicly embarrassing him, he gave him the opportunity to resign. And he has tendered his resignation from the cabinet as of this afternoon. One wants to ask, what happens next?
Yes, of course. And what is Mai's political future looking like?
Well, Mai is the representative for Orange Walk South. I don't think his prospects, he will lose when you don't have a ministry and all of that weight to throw around, you lose a lot of your clout, your political clout. But I think the more immediate question is, what will the Americans do? What is the gravity, extent, and seriousness of this? Let me put it like this. In the past, we have seen the U.S. strip ministers of their visas. In the past, we have seen the U.S. Embassy or the U.S. State Department designate ministers or politicians. In the faraway past, we have seen them indict and arrest. Are any of those, and we have also seen them do nothing other than issue the government a caution saying, too hot, cool it down, stay away, it's going to blow up. I don't know what they plan to do. I don't have that information. I think only the Prime Minister does, and I don't expect that he will be truthful about it. So now, but it was serious enough for the Prime Minister. Action had to be taken today. So what happens next? We'll have to wait and see what happens with Hosemai, but certainly the Ministry of Agriculture, which is a big ministry, and supplies control, because he fought last week after they took away Enterprise. He fought to get back supplies control. Supplies control, let us be kind and say that it has lucrative opportunities when one is issuing permits. So, now that those are in play, which minister will get those? He cannot give himself or Francis Fonseca. They're already overloaded. He doesn't have many good choices. So we'll see where the Prime Minister goes with that. Up to news time, no announcement of the cabinet realignment had been made. We know that this entire thing evolved with Hosemai after the attempted hit on Nitin Bukshani. We cannot escape that. Nitin Bukshani was a key figure, is perhaps a key figure in the Corozal Free Zone. Hosemai was the minister with responsibility for the zone. When this hit was taken out on Nitin Bukshani, which was unsuccessful, it was the second attempted hit on a key free zone figure. I think that really is what is driving this action by the U.S. Embassy, because the free zone is too hot to handle. And so, and there's a lot of illegal cartel-related activity there, and there are a lot of rivalries being driven to gain cartel control of certain movements of containers, of cigarettes, etc.
Jules, what does this message really send, though, to all the other members of cabinet at this point?
You know, it's hard to say. Obviously, they're taking a political beating. Obviously, their party can no longer lay claim to being free of corruption or working assiduously towards transparency and being corruption-free. That's out the door. That's dead in the water. But there's concern because there's a heightened state of security. Today I saw the Prime Minister's, I don't know if it's because the Duchess of Scotland was here, but today I saw the Prime Minister with 2 escort vehicles.
Very possible, though.
It could be that because we have an official visiting, but I did see the Prime Minister with 2. You know, there is political proximity. Nitin Bukshani is the common law of Renan Briceño's daughter. That's the Prime Minister's second cousin. There is proximity. So, and there is an entire air of danger surrounding this entire free zone things because of the number of attempts on lives.
The responsiveness of the Prime Minister has been very swift, however. Is this cleanup, or do you feel it's beyond the cleanup at this point? It's an indication that there is actually something that is far deeper, and it's now put on the table.
It's not clean up. It's clean up as much as they did a cleanup at Chernobyl, in terms of it's totally radioactive. Right when a senior minister in your government is flagged by the Americans for whatever they flagged him for, but they didn't flag him for going to church on Sunday. The Americans, I want to be clear, have been tracking this kind of activity for years. There have been reports of less than optimal activity for many years, and they
Across the
have
border as well.
multiple levels of proof. When they speak, it's because the engagement is going to change. We're tired of observing, or we've observed enough, and something else is going to happen. And we are giving you, the Prime Minister, the luxury to act now, or other actions are going to happen. So, that's the state with that. We need to look at the other players in the cabinet. Henry Charles Usher.
Who's going to be taking up that post?
Well, he certainly won't be taking up agriculture. There are rumors that Ramirez will. I don't believe it. I don't know who will take it up, but Henry Charles Usher will not take up the Ministry of Home Affairs and Enterprise, because that potato is too hot. He is good with his public service, and he's going to continue there. So that puts into play, when we've seen, and we'll see the statement from him shortly, Oscar Mira stepped up to take over the Ministry of Home Affairs and Enterprise. He now leaves behind defense. So we have to see what will happen with defense. But let me put a point that Mira will not work, there are reports, with Sharol Kar Saldivar. So who will be his CEO? There are reports he might bring over the CEO from Defense, Mr. Francis Usher, or it's not too far-fetched to think that Chester Williams could still be in play. He was the natural choice for Home Affairs CEO in March when they removed him, when they told him we'd be removing you as compul. March or weeks after.
Are you guessing at this one, or you have intel to suggest otherwise, Jules?
I'm not talk fool. I'm just saying that is a possibility. It's a natural fit. It's a natural fit. I believe that the Minister of Home Affairs, Karim Musa, was urged in March or April to take on Chester Williams. It's a natural progression. What then happens to Mr. Rosado, the compul? I would say the compul's position right now is not optimal, because the DPP is seized of this less than nothing file, and she's going to make it more than something, I believe. And there is information coming to me, I can say this tonight. There is corruption in the investigation that led to less than nothing. Police officers were given statements to sign. They went to an officer's house. They didn't do it at the station. They went to an officer's house to sign those statements that were given to them. These are secondary statements. This is after they gave their first true statement. They were then directed to come up with a better statement. They were given a bogus know-nothing statement. And they signed those statements with less than true signatures. This happened in multiple cases. Police were induced or urged to pervert the course of justice, and these directives had to come from above. This is a very poor reflection on the command. I have received information today that the incident was recorded in the diary at the police station, the abduction of Joseph Budna. That diary has disappeared. That diary was removed before it was finished. That diary is a critical piece of evidence. I want you to find it. They have disappeared the diary. The entry was made. I am just saying that in my mind, perhaps my perspective is a little bit skewed.
We've digressed a bit.
Yes, but I'm just saying that there are other fires burning. And don't ever forget, I'll say this very carefully, but who gave the order for Budna? Who thieved Budna? It's not a digression because it relates immediately to northern politicians. I am going to say it. A northern politician gave the order. And I do not think it is the Prime Minister. And I know we have questioned Hossein about it. He has denied giving the order.
Okay.
But a northern politician gave that order. I have good reason to believe. So I'm just saying politics and Budna are meeting in the middle. But moving on.
Zoom out. How does this fare for us in the international space?
Well, it's another black eye for Belize. We've had many over the years. We've had many politicians dabbling in internationally observed criminal behavior. One has to mention Don Eligio Briceño, Don Joe, who was charged in the US. One has to mention Maxwell Samuels. One has to mention Elvin Penner of the UDP. These are all people who came under high level of international scrutiny. As I said, I do not know where Hossein will land with this, but I know that the Americans had a bunch of information and not just love letters. They have video evidence.
Are we suspecting any pushback from Mai?
I don't know. It's going to be hard to tell.
Okay.
He's an unpredictable person. And from what I am told, he doesn't think like regular people. In terms of, he might have a more direct way of doing things. So I am hoping that he speaks up and defends himself. This whole the thing with the bulletproof vests that we had on the news on Friday, that's a part of the mix as well, right? It's just, he has a lot to answer for right now, and I wish that he would, but I don't think he will.
Okay.
I don't think he will. But, I want to stress here, though, the Ministry of Defense is now in play, and there are reports that Florencio Marin Jr. may go back to that ministry, which he held for 5 years. I am sounding a warning. If he goes back, there are difficult questions to answer. I am in possession of payments made by the Ministry of Defense when Florencio Marin Jr. was minister. I am in possession of the document that shows dozens of payments on the $10,000 made. Those questions need to be answered. There were micro contracts given, awarded to avoid scrutiny. These were micro contracts awarded to avoid scrutiny, all on the $10,000 that add up to many hundreds of thousands, if not a million, which went to a certain gun dealer in Belize City. The Ministry of Defense is still trying to figure out what it got or did not get, what it bought or proposed to buy for those monies. I am saying that happened during his tenure. I'm not saying, I'm not directly attributing it to him, but I'm sounding a warning. If he goes back to the Ministry of Defense, this is something we're actively investigating.
Okay.
It's something we're actively investigating and something we will put in a FOIA request for. Where did all those contracts go to? So there's a lot in play right now, a lot of suggestions of corrupt activity. And the Prime Minister really has his hands full. There's a House meeting on Thursday.
Okay.
I wouldn't be surprised if he traveled by Friday. But, he has a lot of remixing. He reshuffled the cabinet last week, and he has to remix it this week. That's an embarrassment for a Prime Minister. It looks like you don't know what you're doing, right? It looks like you made a decision, and it was undone. You're the maximum leader. It should not have been undone.
Undercooked.
Right, indeed.
Jules, we're going to be watching the changes as they play out the remainder of this week. Thank you always for being on set, giving us an idea of how to assimilate what's going on. All right. As the remaining cabinet members settle into their new ministries, the new police minister is taking the bull by the horns and has released a video statement. Oscar Mira explained that while he knows his new ministry is a tough one, his main goal is to build back public trust. He added that he also hopes new ideas that he will bring to the Enterprise Ministry.
I know that this ministry is a challenging ministry. I never believe that it is going to be an easy road. But there are many things that we can change. There are many things that we can do to ensure that we get back the trust of the Belizean people to the Belize Police Department. There are other departments that we're working with, for example, the Forensic Department, the police, and Enterprise. A lot of work to do, but we are excited of all the different projects that we have. We know that we have so many different police stations that are going to be built here all over the country. That is one. The National Forensic as well, moving to Bangopan. That's very exciting. So many things that we have to do. I am meeting the staff today. I have had very good discussions with the staff, and I'm hoping that together we can move this ministry forward. I am hoping to meet with the staff of Enterprise sometime very, very soon to ensure that we do the work that needs to get done.
Mira moved up from Minister of State to full Minister of National Defense after the March general election. The UDP has issued a statement on my resignation saying, quote, what internal conflicts or external pressures have prompted this abrupt resignation? The resignation of a senior minister immediately following a cabinet reshuffle, subsequent shuffle remix exposes a government that is being dismantled by the weight of its own incompetence and internal discord, end quote. We'll take a break now. When we come back, we'll tell you about a Belize City woman who died from burn wounds after her common law threw alcohol on her. Don't go away.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Get ready, Belize. The deals are drumming louder than ever at Benny's. On November 18th, for one day only, Benny's is turning up the savings with the Drumming Deals one-day sale event. Find amazing discounts on selected items such as paints, fans, lights, faucets, tiles, and so much more. Plus, get B-Bucks with every purchase. Remember, B-Bucks is free money. So don't miss out. Visit any Benny's location countrywide on Tuesday, November 18th. Drum up some savings this massive season with the Drumming Deals one-day sale event only at Benny's. Quality and savings.
Want all the postpaid perks without the commitment? Now you can with Smart Supercharged prepaid plans. All the talk, text, and data you need. No contracts, no hassle. Pay upfront for your package and enjoy total freedom. No commitments. Just simple, flexible plans that fit your life. Pick your power, Core, Edge, or Prime. Prepaid plans, ready when you ready. Commit to no commitments and get yours today. Dial 7526 or *100 #key, use the Smart app, or visit a Gimme Dollar agent to purchase today. Smart, bringing people together.
Here's how to access your contribution history on the My Social Security portal. First, go to your browser and type ssbportal.org.bz. Enter your email and password, then click Log In. Once logged in, you'll see your full portal account on the screen. On the left-hand side, you'll notice a drop-down menu for added features. Click on History. Choose Contributions. Read the disclaimer, then click Continue. You'll now see a full window displaying your contribution history. In the table, each row represents a different year. For example, let's look at the year 2024. Click on the row and a detailed breakdown will appear. This breakdown includes your employer's name, your earnings for each month and week, contribution type, the amounts paid, and that's how you can explore the new contribution feature on the My Social Security portal. It's quick, easy, and keeps your Social Security information right at your fingertips. Create your account today.
We'll begin with two teams. The first team is the Garifuna Worldview. Aubun Amurno Agarbe Garina Awanse Omalao, meaning I for you and you for me is the Garifuna way. Let us move forward. And this means this builds on reciprocity. I am because you are because I am. We are brothers and sisters. We must not be killing each other. Absolutely. No need for that. Because it's love that we are sharing. It is love that we are building, not destruction. You know. So I believe in our team. If only we all would practice it. I for you, you for me is the Garifuna way. Let us move forward. And the second theme for this year's celebration is Wabarangon Leader Garifuna Duo Iyura Hawamwe Warasa Agabuda Long Sasigo Inebese Lowanichugo. Garifuna moving forward, honoring tradition, embracing change, strengthening our identity, as well as the Belizean identity as well.
Hi, my name is Sana Roland, and as Mr. Kai explained earlier, this year we'll be commemorating our 223rd anniversary while being settled in Belize as the Garinago people. And while we've been here, before we even got here, it wasn't an easy task, it was a struggle. So we are completely appreciative of the fact that Mikado celebrates us year in, year out, every single year for the past 10 years or even more.
In the heart of Belize, a battle is being waged, not with weapons, but with choices. When waste is disposed of in unauthorized locations, in our forests, drains, and waterways, along our highways, and in vacant lots, this is illegal dumping. The consequences reach far beyond what we see. Toxic chemicals seep into our groundwater, threatening our drinking water. Disease-carrying mosquitoes breed in abandoned tires, and wildlife mistake our waste for food. For over a decade, the Department of Environment has worked tirelessly to clean up these sites. But they can't do it alone. They need your help, and now taking action is easier than ever. Download the ArcGIS Survey 123 app to your phone. You can report illegal dump sites. The app records the location, allows you to add photos. Simply open the app, allow location access, fill in basic details about the site, add a photo, and submit. Your report helps us protect our communities and natural resources. Every report matters. Every action counts. Stand proud in protecting our nation. Our belief, our responsibility. Bini.
I'm Randall Friesen, and I manage Westbell Produce, better known as Granny's Foods. That's our main brand. So we offer high-quality grains, beans, rice, and we also offer corn chips made from 100% locally grown corn. We saw a need for high-quality, locally produced products. A lot of the best products are being exported, and we said, we need to keep some of the best products here in Belize rather than export everything. Atlantic Bank has helped us achieve our goals by providing the financing for us to be able to launch products faster than we would without the financing that they offer. We find that Atlantic Bank is very customer friendly, especially with small and medium-sized businesses. We find that Atlantic Bank is more than willing to go the extra mile. They try to understand your business. So when we go to Atlantic Bank with a certain need, we find that they try to develop a solution that will meet our specific need. I would encourage any small business owner to go to Atlantic Bank for their financial services. They're very friendly, and just overall, their service is excellent.
The roads of Belize connect us all. Riders, drivers, families, friends. Every day begins with a little routine and the confidence that life's journeys are protected. From school drop-off through the daily grind and everything in between, each with different roads ahead, yet one common goal: to arrive safely. Atlantic Insurance stands with Belize's riders and motorists with affordable protection, support, and peace of mind for the journey ahead. For the roads we share and the lives we protect, Atlantic Insurance is by your side, insuring you from life's unexpected. Atlantic Insurance, insuring you from life's unexpected.
Hey, 06 para mañana.
89-23.
16. Ya gané con el 10, con el 50 y con el 03.
Bolido ahora es más fácil. Ahora puedes jugar tu número de la suerte con DigiWallet. Regístrate y deposita para comenzar. Descarga la aplicación de Bolido y elige DigiWallet como tu método de pago y cobro.
¡Ya gané!
Cuando enviamos dinero.
Con Bolido gané.
Cuando hacemos recargas.
Are you still circling around the city, searching high and low for a parking spot? Stop wasting time, energy, and, most importantly, costly fuel. Bring your ride to the Downtown Plaza parking lot and park your baby in a safe, dedicated space. No need to risk parking on the streets where your baby can be scratched, dented, or bumped. Downtown Plaza parking lot offers safe, easy, and convenient parking right in the heart of the city. Just head to Albert Street, make a right turn on Bishop Street, and you are there in a secure, worry-free environment. Imagine the peace of mind knowing your car is in a safe spot while you enjoy your day. So, don't delay. Park with confidence at the Downtown Plaza parking lot, where convenience meets safety and peace of mind is guaranteed.
This Christmas, get into the joy with Uno. Imagine winning a shiny motorcycle, a brand new TV, a brand new fan, or grocery coupons to make your holiday shopping easier. The surprises keep coming. All you have to do is visit Uno, and for every $25 on fuel, you'll get a coupon. Fill out and participate. Get one coupon for each quart of Uno lubricants or 2 for a gallon. Visit your nearest Uno gas station today. Fill your tank and drive into Christmas cheer with Uno. Uno gas stations.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
Another woman has died as the result of a domestic dispute. 61-year-old Dawn Bernard was allegedly set on fire by her 35-year-old common-law Frederick Wagner on November 10th. After receiving severe burns and being placed in an induced coma, she died last night at the KHMH. Up to last week, Wagner was charged for attempted murder, but that might now be upgraded to murder.
Formally arrested and charged Frederick Wagner, a 35-year-old Belizean of Lakeview Street, Belize City, for the crimes of attempted murder and use of deadly means of harm. These arrests follow an investigation which commenced on 10th November, sometime after 8 o'clock p.m., when officers who were patrolling on Lakeview Street observed a female who was later identified to be 61-year-old Dawn Bernard, the common-law wife of Wagner, exiting a property on Lakeview Street with significant burns to her body. Bernard was ferried to the Karl Hushner Memorial Hospital for treatment, and Wagner was detained and subsequently charged in light of utterance made by Miss Bernard. Bernard, who was in an induced coma since 10th November, passed away sometime after 9 o'clock a.m. last night, 17th November 2025. A post-mortem examination is slated to be conducted on Miss Bernard, and should the findings reveal that she passed as a consequence of this incident, the charge will be upgraded to murder. A review of our database showed that sometime in 2018, Ms. Bernard made a report against Mr. Wagner. There has been no report subsequent to that in relation to this couple.
Today we visited the Lakeview Mayflower area where Bernard lived, and we spoke to her cousin off camera.
My cousin was a sweet person, regardless of people like say, you know, but she was a sweet person, and it really puzzled me with this whole case because I know my cousin, I already left this young man, and all of a sudden he appeared back then. Then they said that so my cousin burned himself. My cousin not burn himself. My cousin not burn himself. My cousin not that crazy for burn himself because he did without the young man a while. And all of a sudden he just appeared back then. This just happened. He crazy. I cry. I still can't believe like my cousin actually gone just simple like that. That crazy. Crazy Jersey. Really crazy. And you know my gut they tell me my cousin not burn herself. I don't think so. I don't think so.
We'll let you know if and when that charge is upgraded to murder. Moving down south, a man was killed on Friday night around 9. 28-year-old Oscar Williams was at home with his child when he was targeted by a gunman in a mask who fired a barrage of bullets. When police canvassed the scene, they found 14 expended shells. But what led to Williams' murder? Courtney Menzies has this story.
This is where 28-year-old Oscar Williams was sitting with his son when he was fatally shot. According to police, the gunman approached the open door of his home and fired indiscriminately.
What the investigators have been able to determine so far is that Williams was inside his residence along with a family member when a male person who wore a face mask entered that dwelling and fired several shots, fatally injuring Williams. After the scene was processed by scenes of crime technicians, the body of Williams was transported to the Southern Regional Hospital for a post-mortem examination to be conducted.
At this point in their investigation, police have not uncovered why Williams was targeted, but they do have a suspect.
The investigators have detained one male person in relation to this ongoing investigation. No motive has been ascertained so far. However, there are a couple theories that police are following up on.
This person has had previous encounters with the law. Is there an indication that what happened on Friday night was a consequence of any previous criminal activity?
I am not in a position to speak at this moment as to Mr. Williams' allegations of having a previous criminal history. However, what I can say is that the investigation is being conducted and all angles are being pursued.
Williams leaves behind one son and two stepchildren. Courtney Menzies, 7 News.
Back in 2019, Williams was detained as a suspect in the disappearance and murder of Derek Ramirez. Later, he escaped from police custody. And there was also a murder in Belize City on Friday night. 36-year-old Byron James was killed inside his Castle Street home. Residents tell us that James had just moved into the area 7 days before when he was targeted by two gunmen who fired 5 shots and then slipped out of the area, escaping detection. Police say they suspect a rival group.
Upon the arrival of these officers, they observed the apparent lifeless body of a male person who was later identified to be 36-year-old Byron James, a laborer of a Castle Street address. Initial investigations revealed that on Friday, 14th November at approximately 9:50 p.m., James was in the compound of that apartment building when two masked men are reported to have entered the property and fired several shots, resulting in Mr. James' untimely demise. Police have detained one male person in relation to this incident, and during the course of police operation in that area subsequent to the shooting, 2 9mm pistols were retrieved and labeled as found property. These firearms will be submitted to the National Forensic and Science Services Laboratory for ballistic testings to determine whether or not they were in fact used in this incident.
Is there any known motive?
There is no clear motive that has been established so far. What I can say is that we are aware that Mr. James was recently released from the Belize Central Prison, having filed an appeal in relation to his murder conviction. So he was at the time currently out on bail. Those are angles that we are pursuing, as well as the detention of one individual who we believe is from an area that is rival to that location.
James's family says it's a case of mistaken identity. A man was knocked down and killed as he sat on the side of the road in Roaring Creek on Sunday night. 69-year-old Daniel Puerto was run over by a minivan. Police gave us more information.
What the investigators have so far gathered is that sometime after 10:25 p.m., the driver of the minivan was traveling in that vicinity when the minivan collided with Puerto, who is alleged to have been sitting down on the highway at that time. The minivan has since been impounded for processing, and a notice of intended prosecution has been served on the driver of that vehicle, namely Michael McFadden. As it relates to the driver, there was no indication at that time to suggest that he was inebriated. In relation to the victim, the postmortem examination will determine whether at the time of the incident he was under the influence of alcohol or other drugs.
Was he sitting on the road?
That is the indication that we have received so far. Also that it appears to be something that he does regularly.
Back in September, the trial against 51-year-old Carlos Cozy, the Nicaraguan doctor accused of spiking a male nurse's drink, began. But today a no-case submission was held by the court and the charge of administering an obnoxious substance was dismissed. The virtual complainant testified that he did not remember much except that Dr. Cozy had been encouraging him to finish his drink and that he was later on Cozy's veranda with no recollection of how he arrived there. A test which was done on December 4, 2024 revealed that benzodiazepine was found in the complainant's urine. According to Cozy's attorney, Richard Dickey Bradley, the charges were dropped since the chief magistrate noted that the prosecution could not prove whether Dr. Cozy tampered with his colleague's drink. In addition, the prosecution also had to prove that Cozy unlawfully and knowingly administered the substance. Bradley explained more about the court's decision today.
The allegation against Dr. Socorro, for which he has suffered severely, is that he placed something in the accused complainant's drink, and as a consequence, the complainant decided to take the test. The allegation is that something happened on the 29th of November in the night into the very early morning of the 30th of November of last year. And no tests were done until the 4th day of December, with nothing in between to establish any of the allegation that, well, he never claimed he got, the person did not claim in court when he testified that he got sick, that he got whatever. And then the test happened like 5-6 days afterwards. If you take the 29th, there's no 31st of November, but on the 4th. There are other things I wish not to refer to, but it came out in cross-examination in questioning the complainant. There's a specific chemical that was located in the test done on the person who made the complaint several days afterwards. Now, we had a chance to question the persons who did the test. The security of the urine from the very beginning would have been a big issue for us from the defense had the trial continued, the Mike Tyson issue would have been real because nobody saw him actually doing a urine. But that was not at this stage, and the magistrate did not go down that road in relation to that matter. What the chief magistrate of the country is saying is that that gap between when the allegation and when the test, anything could have happened. That the onus is on the prosecution to prove every step of the way. She read the actual section 82 of the criminal code, that the allegation is that he knowingly and unlawfully did something that has to do with a noxious substance getting in there. But from there, where is, so the trial in terms of the evidence that was brought against Dr. Saburo Coates is insufficient in a court of law to just say, oh, this is what happened.
Dr. Koze, who had been a general surgeon at KHMH, had his medical license taken away after the allegations were made against him. After the break, we'll take you to Dangriga, where the kids at Epworth Methodist were getting ready for the 19th. Don't go away.
This newscast is brought to you by Cellular World, your authorized Samsung distributor.
6 things you should know about dengue. Dengue is a viral disease that, if left untreated, can be fatal in a matter of hours. Dengue virus is transmitted by the Aedes aegypti mosquito. This is the same vector that transmits Zika and chikungunya. If you experience fever, headache, muscle pain, rash, nausea, or vomiting, do not self-medicate. Visit your nearest health service immediately. Dengue can be confused with other diseases, so diagnosis must be made in a health center or hospital. To prevent dengue, you should protect yourself from mosquito bites. And to prevent bites, eliminate mosquito breeding sites. Visit our website for more information.
We continue to celebrate diversity and embrace our vibrant cultural heritage. Happy Garifuna Settlement Day from BEL. Gundala Hafedo Garina Guhamaye Belize Electricity Limited.
At Atlantic Bank, your convenience is our priority. Our contact center is designed to enhance your banking experience. With a wide range of customer service options, you save time and effort. You can easily call in to block or unblock your debit and credit cards, perform account inquiries, and access detailed card information. Whether you need assistance with online banking, merchant support, or general inquiries, our team is ready to help. For added convenience, if all operators are busy, you can leave your number and an operator will return your call as soon as possible to ensure you receive the support you need. Depending on your transaction type, we may need to verify your identity through a set of security questions. And remember, Atlantic Bank will never request your username or password for Atlantic Online via phone call, text, or email, ensuring your personal information remains safe and secure. Our support team is available Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. in both English and Spanish. Simply dial 223-1212. This is a dedicated line for our contact center. Atlantic Bank is committed to providing you with exceptional service and the tools you need to manage your finances conveniently and securely. Take full advantage of our easy-to-use contact center services today.
Atlantic Bank, building the future together.
Boy, Junior, put on your shoes, boy. We're going to Mikado right now.
Again, Granny? What you so now? A tent?
Watch your mouth, boy. The Garifuna Settlement Day sale, November 14th to the 19th. That's 6 full days of savings, only the Mikado.
Okay, Gran, what else happened so then?
Child, then got green tag sale. 50% off selected items. And then they got 10 to 20% off store-wide. And that include the new stock that just reached too. They got curtains, cushion covers, home decor, and 3D wallpaper. And it's so pretty, Junior.
Oh, Bim, Alright, you do a little shopping then.
Huh, boy, try for me. Grab me purse. With the Red Mikado today.
Mikado is celebrating Garifuna heritage with its annual Garifuna Settlement Day sale, embracing community, tradition, and color. Join us from November 14th to the 19th at Mikado, 37 Albert Street, downtown Belize City. Mikado, the textile palace, famous for better prices.
Un grupo de gente que hemos trabajado muy duro y la tierra es para la gente de Bellavista. ¿Para qué? Para que los jóvenes puedan tener tierra. ¿Para qué? Para que los jóvenes puedan desarrollarse en el futuro. Algo que les hacía falta por mucho tiempo. Nuestros padres vienen de las fincas bananeras. Somos gentes que hemos sufrido mucho y ustedes como jóvenes se merecen mejores oportunidades.
If you didn't have land before, you will have land now. Once you have land, you have wealth.
I think they want to build, they want to settle.
I'm already having dreams of my home and everything. You know, the wires are just, I'm really excited. I'm really happy. I can finally begin to build a house.
It's just a great feeling, you know.
Mi amigo es un hermano, una persona para el pobre. ¿Estamos de acuerdo?
Welcome to the V Department Store. We are conveniently located on Coney Drive in Belize City. That's right on Coney Drive in Belize City. At the V Department Store, we offer a wide variety of groceries, cosmetics, kitchen appliances, kitchenware, electronics, and more. We've also recently expanded to the second floor to better meet your household and office furniture needs. We now have a wide variety of furniture, home decor, and accessories. We have a shared vision for a comfortable and customer-friendly shopping experience. Visit us today and be warmly greeted by our reasonable prices and cordial staff. The V Department Store. Experience the ultimate shopping destination.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
In an emergency, people may try to take advantage of a person at risk, including children and women. Avoid this from happening to your family members by practicing the following. Be aware of strangers offering to take your children away and promising to help you or your family. These offers are not always genuine, and a child could be at risk of violence, exploitation, or abuse.
Belize, you're watching the Nation Station, Channel 7.
He's accused of the murder of a Canadian spa owner in Bullet Tree, and Gian Waite has been charged for murder after he was found in Guatemala by police there. 66-year-old Marty Ann Thorne had been stabbed 8 times and was found dead on the deck of her home, Raw Spa Cabanas, after he was handed over to police by the Guatemalan authorities yesterday. Police formally arrested and charged 25-year-old Gian Waite, a Belizean construction worker of Cayo District, for the crime of murder. A brazen midday robbery unfolded in Belize City on Sunday. Around 1 p.m., police responded to a report of a robbery in progress at Baba's store on the corner of Cut Avenue and Damara Avenue. 53-year-old shop owner Wee Quing Lan and 56-year-old Gu Lain Wu, both of number 5 Cut Avenue, were inside their store when Lan opened the burglar bar door to allow a delivery man to bring in boxes of cheese. At that moment, 4 masked men rushed into the shop. They forced the delivery man behind the counter while one of the assailants pulled down the front metal shutter. The victims were then tied up with zip ties, had their mouths taped, and were ordered to lie face down on the floor. The robbers ransacked the business, stealing assorted items and an undisclosed amount of cash. The four men fled the store and made good their escape. Police investigations continue. With Garifuna Settlement Day only 2 days away, Southern Belize is getting ready to celebrate with spirit. But it's not only the adults. For the students at Epworth Methodist Primary School in Dangriga, today that meant getting the chance to learn about and prepare cultural dishes. Courtney Menzies visited them today and has this story.
The students at Epworth Methodist School, from the infants to the upperclassmen, spent today learning to make their cultural dishes. It's a part of the school's November celebrations, and with the 19th only a couple days away, the principal explained that it's a chance for them to get hands-on experience.
We have the infants doing hands-on food such as garnaches, preparing the corn, grating the cabbage, grating the cheese, spreading the beans. Our upper division children are immersed in how to prepare hudut, darasa, tapo, bundiga. All this on open fire or, as you will see shortly, on the stove as well. It's the month of festivities. It's the November celebrations, the Garifuna Settlement Day time. And so we want children to get the experience, the real-life experience on how to prepare these different cultural dishes. So this is the reason why we chose it around this time.
And it's not just the food. The students also provided the entertainment with a cultural dance set to the beat of the drums.
Very skilled boys and girls. As a matter of fact, we took part for the first time in the primary school Battle of Drums competition. It was a wonderful experience where we get to participate in the competition against other schools, where children got to showcase their true talent, singing, dancing. They love the drums. Our boys and girls love playing the drums. Our children love singing, and they're learning and keeping the culture alive through what they're doing.
And according to Palacio, for Epworth Methodist, it's important to have that cultural element in the curriculum so that the children learn it from a young age, starting with the language.
Our school is in the staff rollout of the Garifuna immersion curriculum per se. And so our children are learning greetings in Garifuna, warm welcomes. We're learning how to say basic things, communicate in Garifuna language as well. That is through the cooperation of Dr. Gwen Eunice Gonzalez, right from Dangiga. Preserving the culture is very important by ensuring that our children are participating, by ensuring that our children are learning the language. It keeps it going for years to come. And it ensures that the Garifuna language, the Garifuna culture will be around for many, many years. So we applaud it, we participate, we ensure that our children get a full hands-on experience with all of what is happening here.
Courtney Menzies, 7 News.
There was a robbery in San Antonio Village, Curzal, and the robber ended up getting shot. Here's what police told us about it.
Police are preparing to lay charges against a 20-year-old male of San Antonio Village, Curzal District in relation to an attempted robbery that occurred sometime shortly after 7:30 p.m. on Sunday, 16 November 2025. What the investigation has disclosed so far is that the male person entered Moe's supermarket and brandished an apparent firearm, assaulted the merchant, and demanded that he hand over the money that was in his possession. A struggle ensued between the male person and the merchant, and the male person was able to make his escape. However, police officers were in the vicinity and they apprehended this male person, and during the course of doing so, the male person received a gunshot wound to the knee.
And with that, we conclude our newscast for tonight. Thanks for joining us. We'll be seeing you back here tomorrow at 6. Have a good one.